Let me show you what's in these Go Kits, and let me briefly explain some of my rationale thinking behind it. One of the goals I wanted is I want to be able to make 2 or 3 of these kits for relatively cheap. I didn't want them to be such expensive gear that if they got stolen or misplaced or whatever, that I'd be really all upset. So there's no sentimental gear in here, really high-end gear. And I want them to be able to easy to go grab and go, because a lot of people have other stuff with them, of course, book bags and computer cases and school backpacks and whatever. So this is just something easy to grab and go, not the most comfortable and not the most durable. So there it is. They're $6 on Walmart. A couple of things that I added, so to speak, is I added a whistle on elastic here. I think everybody should have a whistle easily accessible to them. So this is the Fox 40 type whistles. A little bit of hand sanitizer, and on this there's a couple of cool things. I don't know where my wife got this. I wish I knew. I'll have to see if I can figure out. There's a pair of gloves in there, exam gloves, vinyl or nitrile gloves. So weighs 9 pounds, which is a good amount with 1 liter of water. Let me show you what's in the outside pocket here first, I guess, real quick. So there's a pair of cheap leather gloves. There's a 2-liter Platy bottle, so hopefully when I get to wherever I'm going I can fill that up, because 1 liter is certainly not enough. The other thing is, this goal is like at least a shelter-in-place overnight type situation, maybe up to 3 days. $12 Walmart headlamp works great. Just keep the batteries out of it because the switch is very sensitive. There's a map here in a Ziploc bag of my local area, a street detail map of the 2 counties that I'm in. And there's a little Right in the Rain notebook here, waterproof notebook. I like that thing. And then inside here is a 1 liter bottle of water. There's a $5 stainless steel Walmart cup. There is a turkey oven bag, so I can attempt to waterproof the whole system. And then one of the things I think that's important in some kind of a natural disaster is having a clean pair of dry socks. If you're out there in the elements and you get soaked, all boots will eventually soak through unless they're truly rubber boots. Even then you're going to get perspiration on them. Clean pair of socks, and then take your other pair of socks and wash them out. Hopefully you have water for that, and dry them out. I like wool socks. That's just my thing. Summer, winter, spring, and fall. Alright, inside the bag are these 3 1-gallon freezer Ziploc bags. The food weighs 2 3/4 pounds. That's called Food and Water Purification. The Hygiene Sanitation First Aid weighs 0.9 pounds. And the Survival/Tools weighs 1.75 pounds. Now, I'll try not to go into too much detail with everything and keep it brief, but a lot of this stuff, as I said in my last video, I don't claim credit for thinking of any of this. I've got it, some things I'm sure I've thought of myself, but I'm not trying to claim credit for any of this. I've seen other people do it, and I've tried everything here that I have, and it works for me. Start with this, the heaviest, biggest thing. 3,600 calorie mainstay bars. There's 9 squares in here, 400 calories per square. I've lived 3 days off of this 1-gallon Ziploc bag with at least 2 liters of water available to me each day. It's important when you drink this kind of, salty, dehydrated food, I think that you have plenty of water. If you don't, that's going to be a whole other situation that you can think about. I have 3 of these goo gels, some caffeinated, some not. I have 3 protein bars, 21 grams of protein, and a bunch of little Slim Jims. Very salty. I have 3 peanut butter cups here. Again, if you're around somebody who has a peanut allergy, of course this could be an issue. None of my family does. No problem. And I have some candy, hard candy of some sort, any sort that you want. That's what I happen to have around. Alright, hygiene first aid. We'll go through this. Again, I'm not going to go through every little detail of my hygiene kit. 2 N95 masks and some vinyl exam gloves in there. If you've tried to wear an N95 mask for 8 hours, it is difficult because you're always wanting to get that fresh air, which of course defeats the purpose of it. But if you need it for a short period of time, it's good to have them. Roll of gauze, no big deal. couple of sanitary pads, can be used for all kinds of things. This is what I showed in those last video, 2 chlorine tabs. Again, chlorine will eventually go bad when it's exposed to air, water, light, but these are good to wash, rinse, sanitize. These are not water purification tabs. One of the things I didn't show, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to it. In my water purification bag, I do have 6 water purification tabs, so I can drop that into a liter of water, of relatively clean water, and it will purify it, take out, again, that is chlorine, and it will take out the viruses, bacterial, and protozoa, or kill them essentially. Wet ones, everybody's seen those. A $1 bandana can be used for a washcloth from Walmart. Something unique that I use, Caldicine zinc oxide powder. So this is from another container, of course, and you can use this as body powder for rashes, foot powder. I think Caldicine zinc powder is pretty helpful. Kleenex, 2 packages of Kleenex. Now this is something unique at Walmart. These are flat packs, so it's easy to put them in your pocket. They're not the big squish kind. You get 10 Kleenex in here per pack. They come 6 packs in a box. And then this is a handy wipe. So this is my washcloth, can be reused, many times instead of a paper towel type situation. 4x4 gauze pad. Carmex, when you're out in the wind, rain, snow, dry, your lips, I think, really take a beating. Mine do. So having some kind of lip balm is important. Burt's Bees, comb, whatever you want to use. Comb came in one of the hygiene kits I got. A razor, a safety razor, and some soap here. If you can keep your hygiene habits, I think it will really improve your mental attitude when you're in some kind of a natural austere situation. Here's a disposable toothbrush with toothpaste, and then here's just my mini first aid kit, with some triple antibiotic, band-aids, safety pins, kind of standard stuff. And then a couple of tongue depressors. Be surprised how helpful something like that is. Right, that's hygiene, first aid, sanitation. That was bag number 2, and bag door number 3, survival/tool. Now again, I mentioned this is not to go out in the wilderness and live 30 days and kill a bar and all that stuff. This is just stuff, urban, suburban, shelter in place, get to another location that's safe, whether you're staying at a hotel or whatever you're doing. The Ziploc bags are tearing a little bit already. Cheap Mylar Blanket, you've seen videos on that, I've used those. This is the only real knife I have in here, and of course I can ditch it. Just one of these cheap disposable safety or razor type knives. If you're in a place, you're going to be taking mass transit, you're going to be in some kind of a community shelter, of course, that you want to ditch that. But if I'm not, that's my knife. Lexan spoon from Walmart, 50 cents, 25 feet of paracord and a hank, 30 feet of Gorilla Tape. Dangerous, not allowed in many places. Almost will not be looked upon, and if you have it, people will say, I need that, can you do it? 5.5-inch pair of EMT shears, $8 off Amazon. Highly, highly recommend it. Can do about anything besides split wood with it, in my opinion. A couple of zip ties, just handy. Batteries for my headlamp. Just like, 3 or 4 feet of wire. You'd be surprised how often you want to hang stuff up, twist things up. I'm not going to be wiring up a emergency signal system. A couple of these binder clips. These office binder clips are handy. I find all kinds of uses for those. Sharpie and a pencil in here. I mentioned how helpful I think a Sharpie is with that trail marking tape. A lighter, of course, if you're in some situations, open flame is not going to be allowed. Whatever. Contractor bag. Heavy duty aluminum foil. 4 chem packs. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Candle, again, if open flame is allowed. For my candle lantern, that's a replacement. 2 light sticks. Small little pair of vice grips from Harbor Freight. All kinds of uses. And a couple of nails. And that's it. I want to try and keep it simple. And, you know, not make it so that I don't want to grab it if I need to. And, you know, I'll run around searching for everything or whatever. So that's my kit. Thanks for watching.